In this video series, we are looking at the prophetic in the local church. In the last video, we talked about how the prophetic is for every believer, and we follow a new covenant model of prophecy, where the framework is love. If you missed that video or any others, you can click on the link below. Hi, my name is Teresa, and I'm a pastor and theologian. And in this video, we talk about how the prophetic is all about relationship. If you agree with Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 14 verse 1 and say, yes, I eagerly desire the spiritual gifts, especially prophecy, well, what then? I've changed my thinking around how to access the prophetic gifts in recent years. Previously, I used to focus on asking God to give me the gift, which I believe is right and it's biblical. He is a good Father who has said we can have these gifts, and we know God cannot lie. So if he says we can have them, we don't have to question asking for them. However, the prophetic is such a relational gift that the more I know about it and use it, I realize that the gift is so much easier when we pursue an intimate relationship with God. Now, this may seem obvious to you already. Sometimes it takes me a while to figure these things out. Thankfully, God is patient with me. You see, I used to want this gift to help people. I wanted them to know God, to know their value and their purpose, and to have encounters with the God I know to be so, so good. But of late, I've changed my focus. I still want all those things for people, don't get me wrong. But instead of thinking how I will use the prophetic gift, I've come back to the source. If my eyes are fixed so wholly on God, if the time I spend in intimate communion with him is my heart's desire, then the rest will follow. As I know God more and more, I begin to see people through his eyes. I don't need to ask God to show me how he sees them. I'm already in that place because I have spent time with the one who is perfect love. This focus, I think, goes for any gift and the Christian life in general. The more time we spend in the presence of the one who gave himself so that all could be saved is never time wasted. If we are truly desiring to be Christ-like, then we need to spend time with Christ. The difference in our time spent with God as we desire to become a prophetic people is that we are actively listening to God. God is always speaking. The trouble is, we aren't always listening. Learning to listen to that gentle whisper takes time, patience, and a love of God's presence. There are no shortcuts. But as we learn to hear, we can also begin to ask questions about what we are hearing. Simple questions like, what does that mean? Do you want me to call that person or just pray for them, God? I don't understand. Can you show me more? God loves our obedience, but he is not scared by our questions. And I'm sure he is more excited for our conversation than we are in hearing from him. Remember, because the prophetic is a relational gift, what we are hearing could be for us or it could be for other people. And sometimes it's both. What is so amazing about the prophetic is that it works in combination with other spiritual gifts, which is the focus of our next video.